All right, we'll start. If you're still finishing up, that's perfectly fine. First example here is just reminding us how to divide fractions. Divide fractions, remember we need to make it a improper fraction if we have a mixed number there. So 2 times 8 plus 5 is 21 over 8. Dividing by a half, remember that's the one we got to flip and we make it multiplying. So a half flipped over, 2 over 1. So we get 42 over 8. You could make it back into a mixed number if you want, Josh.
Answer's 5
and 2/8 or reduced to 5 1/4. 5.25 would have been fine as well. Does not say how it wanted the answer. Question 2. Jared, would you read that one, please?
We have 2 stacks of styrofoam cups. One stack has 6 cups and its height is 15 centimeters. The other one has 12 cups and its height is 23 centimeters. How many cups are needed for a stack that has a height of 50 centimeters?
Okay, so I would like you to guess. Next page, we're going to make a graph to help us with it. So I would like you to guess how many cups you would need to get to 50 based on that information. Here's some guesses. Kellen?
I don't have a guess.
No guess. Kinley?
20.
20 cups. 20?
25.
25?
26.
26.
33.
33. 34. 22.
23.
23. All right. Just to kind of show you some information I just put it into a table. 6 cups, it told me was 15. 12 cups was 23. So my cups right now are increasing by, 6 cups. This one's increasing by, so 6 cups is going up 8 centimeters. So I just kept that pattern. Said 6 cups would again increase at 8. 6 cups again would increase at 8. 6 cups again would increase at 8 until I got over 50. Now that gave me to 58, so maybe instead of adding 6 cups here, I could have added 3. So maybe around 33 would be a good guess. Hard to say. Okay, I just wanted you to guess right now. My guess would be around between 30 and 36, based on that information. All right, next question. Question 3. Josh, would you read the directions there, please?
If you didn't create your own graph with a number situation before, do so now.
All right, so let's do it. What were the 2 points that it gave us? 6 and 15. So 6 cups or 6 height? 6 cups and then up to 15. Kind of hard to follow there, so be careful. What was the other one?
12 and 23.
12 cups and 23. Probably should have one more point.
0, 0.
Okay. Let's notice how if you put 0, 0 here, they're not going to connect. So let's not use 0, 0 here. Let's use another one from this chart. You pick.
24, 39.
Yes, I agree with 24.
24, 39, all right. $24, $39. All right, do the best you can to connect those three.
Oh, they-
All right, now it's going to ask us some questions here to help us answer and figure out why this looks different than some other ones that we did, like yesterday's. Number 2, Chesney, would you read it, please?
What are some ways you can tell that the number of cups is not proportional to the height of the stack?
Do you know the answer?
Doesn't go through the order.
It doesn't go through the origin. Okay, why does every cup not add the same amount? Jonas?
Because the first cup adds a lot more than
The
second
first
cup.
one's throwing that way off. Now, if you were to stack the cups, so each one would be the entire height, then it would be proportional. But this first cup did not add the same height as the second cup. In order to be proportional, every one must add the same. That is not the case. Question 3. Colin, would you read number 3, please?
What is the slope of the line in your graph?
Okay.
What does the slope mean in this situation?
Now, it should not matter which points I choose to analyze because they're all on the same line. So since everybody, let's do the same one, let's just do the first 2 points, smaller numbers, right? So let's subtract the y coordinates. What are the 2 y coordinates?
23, 15.
23 minus 15. And same order of the x coordinates? 12 minus 6. So 23 minus 5. Sorry, 15. 8. 12 minus 6. Reduce.
4/3.
Now, what does that mean in this situation? Sophia? Colin?
The slope is bigger than 1, so it doesn't, if you first connect the boxes, it would go steeper than diagonally.
Okay, so it's a little steeper than 1, yes. Yep,
For every 4 you go up, you have to go 3 over.
yes. Every 4 up, 3 over. What does that mean in regards to our cup problem here?
It is.
It does things and stuff.
Every cup adds 4/3 centimeters. Now, except the first one. So that means the lid on your styrofoam cups are all 1 1/3 centimeters. Each one you stack. That's what our slope means. Probably should make an exception here. Not the case for the first one, which is why it's not proportional. Question 4. I'd like you to see if you can answer 4 and 5. I'll give you about a minute. I gotta flip back and look at your graph. Get a chance to look at those at all, Mr. Scott? Yeah. Okay. Curious if we need to talk about it, how they did. Kellen, what point does your line intersect the vertical axes, and what do the coordinates tell you about this in regards to our cups? So we'd have to know the vertical is going up and down here.
8. And then I thought that was, because the first cup is 8 centimeters, and the rest go up.
Okay,
I got 7.
I got
9. Okay, 10, 9, 8. I would say mine is at 7. Okay, whatever you used, it says what point. So mine would be 0, 7. Yours could be whatever wherever your graph. Should be close to 7. Again, you drew that without a straight edge would be my guess, right? Now what's that tell us again, Kellen?
And then I put that would mean that the first cup is 8, 7, I guess, in this case.
First cup is whatever you found in centimeters, yes. So that's why we can't go through 0, 0. How much height does each cup after the first add to the stack? Veronica? Yeah, 1 1/3 or 4/3 centimeters. Okay, the summary here today. Linear relationship, I think we can handle that. Linear, of course, means line. If it makes a line, it could be proportional or not proportional. This one obviously is not. Okay, rate of change. In that warm-up, you had rate of change of salt. The rate of change of your excavating, the cost that they're charging you, that's all rate of change. And then we can also calculate the slope. So we've talked about that the last few lessons, so hopefully slope is getting more comfortable for you. Let's take a look at the homework. First question there, you're comparing a couple pizza delivery places. You want to know how much, or a couple orders, I should say, how many pizzas you can get for 80 bucks. Question number 2, you are painting or paying somebody to paint a house or a business. They're charging you 500 bucks for all the supplies and then 50 bucks an hour. So what does that look like on a graph? So if you hire them and they work 1 hour, how much are they getting? If you hire them and work 10 hours, how much are you getting? Let's do 3 points on the graph there. Okay, question number 3. Comparing 2 different people on a cross-country team. Tyler is shown in the graph here, and Elena is given by the equation. It's asking you who ran further in 10 minutes, how much further, and explain how you know and why. Be careful on that one. Notice distance is here, how long it took is here. Compare. Similar to yesterday's problem with the warm-up where some of us got confused. Should it be double the time or half the time? Be careful on that one. 2 more questions about that. And the third one, or the fourth one here, the final one. Again, write an equation for the line that passes. We haven't covered that formula, so just figure out what the slope is of that line. And yes, you need to reduce. So those 4.